Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you a set of CCTV camera by Swann. I got this one for free as a part of Amazon Voice program. So not the manufacturer, but Amazon sent this to me so I can give you an unbiased review of this camera system. Recommended retail price is £849.99 and there's always deal to have. So on sales, it can be as cheap as £649.99. It's still a lot of money for a set of CCTV camera, but it should give you the professional grade and reliability. In terms of specification, it comes with 2 GB of storage, which should be able to record up to 6 months of footage. It comes with 4 cameras. Each cameras have spotlight, and each of the camera have heat sensor and motion detection. It goes as far as like facial detection as well, which I'm quite keen to test out how it works. Now, usually, the one that I have tested so far, any kind of face recognition relies on a cloud service that you have to pay per month. I don't know how this one will work, but we will find out. This one can do 4K ultra high definition. That jump in resolution in terms of from 1080p to 4K, you can actually see details from the footage. So let's say if you want to read a number plate of the cameras, it should be able to do it on this system. Again, I'll let you be the judge. I will show you some raw footage from this set and we'll see how it goes. This video is going to be in 2 parts. Part 1 will be me unboxing this and actually set up in my studio just to test the basic function to make sure everything works. The second part will be me actually installing it in my house. So maybe one at the driveway, one of the rear, just like I would do with a normal system. The CCTV system uses a PoE, which is power over Ethernet. There is only one cable from the main unit to the camera, and the cable is usually a Cat5 cable. So it should be quite easy to install as there is only one cable compared to the normal system, which use like a power cable, and you also have to have a video feed and sometimes an audio feed as well. Each of these cameras have 2-way audio built in, so you can actually speak to the person who is in view of your camera. It is a smart system, so once you connect it to the internet, you will get notification on your mobile, and it's also Alexa and Google Home enabled. I just want to say thank you for watching my video. Without you, it won't be possible for me to run this channel, and definitely won't give me a chance to review products like this free sample. If you find my information useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel, and that will help me grow. Let's open this up and have a look and see what your money can buy. It is quite heavy, I would say around like 3 or 4 kilos. And out there is quite professional looking system here. So you got your main unit and 4 cameras. So inside that box, we have 2 separate boxes right here. So over here, we have the cameras. Okay, so here's the camera right here. So you got the company logo right here. Metal construction on both the mount and the camera itself. They are weatherproof, so you can put them in the rain or sun. But make sure that if I am to install this one, I'll make sure that it's in some kind of shade area. So you don't want the rain to be directly on it. I don't think the water will damage the camera, but actually if the water gets onto the lens, you end up with a unusable footage. So solid construction, the mount is really solid compared to other that I have tested before. And you probably can't move the joint until you have actually loosened up the nut on the side. It comes with a cable on the back here where you connect to your Ethernet cable. And you got a separate power inlet if you want to power it separately. So there's a set of 4 of these right here. It comes with a certificate declaration of conformity. So this is more for the European country to make sure that this is up to the standard. So these are the Ethernet cable which comes with the box. and they are white in color, and they are 18 meters long. So you've got plenty of length for connecting the camera to your system. So in the second box, you got your leaflet, information leaflet. I think it comes with a few stickers as well. And this is the main recording unit where the hard drive is installed. So this is the computer and the hard drive. And it does say here, do not put heavy unit on top because it is kind of a metal case. It can squash. 2 USB slots in the front. And on the back is where you connect all the camera onto the system here. So you can expand the system by putting more cameras. Obviously it comes with 4 cameras right now, but you can connect up to 8 cameras on there. It has a VGA outlet for your monitor, and it also has HDMI output as well. A WAN port is where you connect your internet to, on-off switch, and a power inlet. So that's everything laid out here. If you are going to pay £800 or £900 for this system, this is what you get. The quality of the camera, just by holding in my hand, is fantastic. They are metal construction, everything is solid. And this is the first time that I have seen a camera where the speaker is actually away from the camera. A lot of the time, I don't really see the speaker driver because it's only a couple of dots or small holes on the camera. But this one here have quite a beefy kind of speaker on the mount itself. And that's where the sound is going to come from. Microphone, I can't really see where the mic is, but I have a feeling that it's one of these small holes on the camera itself. To put it on here, basically you've got 3 holes that you put screws in. And this one here, unless you use a key which comes with the pack or to twist open this nut, or else you can't move the mount because they are solid. Right, I'm only going to use 1 screw for this because this is actually just a test rig. Okay, the first thing I noticed with this kind of a mount is it's really good and solid mount. But unlike others that you can twist 360, so you can almost like, you could up, down and rotate. But this one doesn't do the left and right. So in the past like 5 or 10 minutes, I have been unpacking all the cables and plugging everything in. Just to show you guys roughly what I did so far. I have connected everything up to the machine itself. So there's 4 cables going into 4 cameras. And I've got the power brick here ready to commission the system. But I'm up to the stage where I'm going to install the software onto my phone. Now I have iPhone, so they have separate information for iOS and also for Android. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 cameras right here in my studio. And they all connected to the main unit. The 4th camera is actually outside. This one here I have to install it upside down. Hopefully that they can allow me to flip the video later on. But this one is slightly different, so I mount it upside down. So we mount it on the ceiling, just to show you guys a variety of how we would install the system. But I'm sure there's another way to do this. But so far, this is what I did. Now all my video is not rehearsed. This is exactly what someone will do when they buy the system and install it the first time. This kind of system a lot of the time will be installed by professional, but if you are a small shop owner, you want the system and you don't want someone to install it for you, this will be exactly like how you would do it. I am above average with DIY stuff, so even if there is wiring needs to be done, I can do it. But so far it's quite simple. Everything is plug and play. The cable that comes with the system is 18 meters long, which is long enough for the system here all the way to my garden top corner. And everything is plug and play. There's no splicing wire or anything like that. And because there's only 1 wire providing both signal and the power to the camera, so there's only 1 wire that needs to go through. If you do need to drill the wall and stuff like that, you just need to make sure that the hole is bigger than your Ethernet adapter plug. So as soon as you drill a hole big enough to go through, then that's it. That's all you need. Once you install it properly, you can always hide the excess cable at the back of the system so you don't see it. This kind of unit, I'm going to put it in a dedicated cupboard as like a server thing, and that's it. Now I don't have a 4K television, so but nevertheless it will work. So an Ethernet cable is now connected to my router, And the HDMI cable is connected to my telly. CCTV is connected to my television right now. And then there is some steps that you need to follow. So English, yes. Let me sit back a little bit so you can see. Let me change my camera angle. And maybe zoom in a little bit as well. So right now, this is the setup screen. HDMI to my television here. Again, this is a 1080p television, not 4K. So it says here the screen support 1080p resolution has been detected. So yes, we set to that resolution. Press OK. I'm sure if you have a 4K telly, this will be in its full glory, but at the moment, this is as good as it can get. So on this screen is a startup wizard, so you need to give it a password and send in an email address. Okay, so to the main screen we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras right here. Now this one is upside down because I installed it upside down purposely, and see what we can do with that. So this is the setup screen, and you have a lot of different functions here which I have no idea what they are. So record, dual stream, record schedule. So these are all the basic stuff. At the moment, it kind of on detection only. So if you want to set it to record all the time, you can as well. But I will leave it as such. But if you want to, you can set like, channel 2. If you want it to record constantly, you can. And then you got mainstream and substream. So you can choose like, high definition or low definition. All built into the camera. If you don't know much about this system, I will just leave it alone at the moment. So the resolution is 4K, which is 3840 by 2160, and is 15 frames per second. And in terms of the alarm system, so you can tell the camera what to do when the sensor motion. So by default, they have PIR and motion. So you got the heat sensor and motion, but you can always choose like, disable them if you don't want to have a motion detection. Sensitivity, you can choose that as well. At the moment it's on 3. We will have a look and see what that means later on. So channel 1 is my garden, and on the right side here is all the detection so far. So just in the span of the last like 5 or 10 minutes, we have all the detections right here. But let's set up my channel first. So this one here is my outside shed, outside of my shed, and this one needs to change. So channel 1 set up. So let's say I want to flip this back to how it's supposed to be. So you do a lens flip. Oh, so there is a second delay. So by the time you press it, it kind of do the changes, but yeah. So you click it and you have to wait for it to change. Now because my camera is upside down, so I need to do both lens flip and angle flip, and that become what it looks like outside. The system now is set up correctly. My camera is showing my garden. It's a shame I don't have a 4K telly, because I'm pretty sure the resolution will be a lot better. But even with 1080p television, this is a lot better than other camera I have tested so far. This is just to show you the 4K capability of the system. So that's my 3D printer right there, and so far so good. Now, I don't know how much I can show you on the phone, because all you need to do is just follow the instruction. And it's, to be honest with you, is quite intuitive, quite easy to follow. And the instruction is quite thorough. I mean, the step by step, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think this system needs professional installing. I mean, if you need to install it on the second level or story, and then you need to be outside climbing ladder, that is the professional install part. But in terms of commissioning the system, like the software, if you can operate your phone with app, then you should be okay with this as well. So once you register, they send you a confirmation email. Make sure you check your junk box because it went straight to my junk box. From now on, everything you just follow the app. The app say there is no device connected, and you want to add a new device. Yes, and then follow the instruction. Plug into power source. Know your network. So we go start, and as easy as that. Okay, so I have switched my phone to a 4G signal, so it's no longer using Wi-Fi. So the streaming now is actually from the machine to the internet, and then through my mobile signal back to my phone. And I can see all 4 cameras on my one screen, and which is fantastic. And in terms of the CCTV program, it is quite easy to use. And it actually shows you that motion is detected and they are recording. So you got a little logo there, which is a kind of a camera, and then the running man. So this is my outside camera. This is my inside. So this is where looking at the screen itself. I mean, yeah, I can see like, you know, the writings, the logo, the poster, Budweiser. I can actually read it off the screen. It's a shame I don't have a 4K television. I think for that reason, I might get a 4K monitor or at least a 4K television. And that's my 3D printer. I can read exactly what is on the box. And as far as like, you know, halfway through the room, this one shows better. So if I use the mouse wheel to scroll in, this is pretty amazing. Yeah, so this one here is not that far away, but it is in kind of a shade. So the part 2 of this video will be posted in, let's say, a couple of weeks time when it's all installed around my house correctly. The unit itself very responsive. It comes with the mouse that you can control. The basic function, I have to say, is very intuitive. So, you know, you don't need to be trained CCTV operator. You can actually use it just how you want to use it. It is a bit noisy. It does have a fan which is kind of permanently on the side here, right here. So I wouldn't want this to be in my bedroom, for example, right next to me when I'm sleeping. It will probably go into a server cupboard that I have around the house, or at least under the stairs, so no, it doesn't disturb everyone. The app is one of the best one I have tested, I have to say. Obviously, like, you know, you're paying the extra money for the extra service, but it's pretty good. I mean, all 4 cameras showing on my phone right now, if I come closer for you guys to see. I mean, I can do a screenshot, but actually this is good enough. You can see as soon as I go close to the camera, it shows that, you know, camera detection.
So this is a test footage for the CCTV camera. This is the 4K Swann CCTV camera. So I'm about arm's length away at the moment, and here is some sticker which comes with the CCTV camera. I'm going to walk backwards and see if it is any good. So this is now about afternoon, so it's kind of cloudy today, but light is adequate. So now I'm about 6 or 7 meters away from the camera, and I'm still holding up the stickers. I'm not sure if you can see this, but as a 4K camera, I expect to be still able to read from the stickers right here.
Now, because my camera is right next to the CCTV, so I'm sure it's going to be super noisy, but if I come over here, this is testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello? 1, 2, 3.
So thank you very much for watching my video, and part 2 will be coming really soon. Hopefully in my next video I can tell you a lot more about this camera and will be a bit more in depth in terms of what it can and what it cannot do. If you find my information useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel to help me grow, and I can't wait to see you next time with more interesting gadgets. Bye bye.